Howdy folks and welcome to Brain Rotters. Episode 10 of The Bad Batch has premiered and it's not giving us much to like, not much to learn about, and relies on the action. And that was it. Sound familiar? It should. Just about every other episode is another filler episode, another side quest that doesn't affect our main story and subplots. So today I'm going to be taking you through The Bad Batch, some of its major issues, some of the improvements I would give the show as to why it sucks in all of Star Wars. First, let's talk about subplots and bland storytelling. The Bad Batch show started off really strong with a very bold episode 1. It established the Empire integrating itself into the galaxy and kicked off the subplot of explaining why the clone army should be embraced into the Empire instead of integrating new recruits. That was Tarkin's whole purpose in the show. I mean, even Crosshair we haven't seen a lot of either. Imagine this whole time we would be getting subplots relevant to the story of the Empire, primarily following Crosshair throughout the show. We could see him go on missions like in episode 3 where he purged Saw Gerrera's camp. The more we see stuff like that, the more he becomes a villain. In order to see scenes like that, though, we need to make sure it's all about Crosshair finding the Bad Batch and tracking them down once for all. It raises the stakes of the show. At this point, it would be even a redemption arc where we would see Crosshair slowly become more defiant of his Chip's orders. Maybe not even that. Maybe we could get a whole subplot where Tarkin or Crosshair pick up on the fact that the Kaminoans are literally under their nose, like, know where the Bad Batch is pretty much always, since they always have two bounty hunters now on payroll tracking and finding Omega. Essentially, what I'm saying is that the episodes, like episode 10, don't raise the stakes of the show because there are no subplots to follow what the Empire is up to. Hey, you made it this far, you might as well subscribe if you're new, as well as hitting that bell for notifications so you don't miss another video just like this one. Now let's talk about lack of character development and some filler episodes. So what's even worse is that even if the show stakes were raised with subplots, I wouldn't care enough about the characters, about the team, if they got in a firefight or something, simply because we haven't really gotten to know the team. Omega is the only well-developed character in the entire show. However, the show is called The Bad Batch, so why doesn't the show reveal more about each character? The show has 16 episodes to air, and Star Wars couldn't spare 6 to give us origin stories for each one of the crew. Even showing us an Omega origin story episode where we see her grow up around the events of like big Star Wars events at Kamino. Maybe we get an episode of Omega running around hiding from Grievous and Ventress when they invaded Kamino, or maybe Omega watched Jango Fett versus Obi-Wan back in Attack of the Clones. It would be interesting to see that much. Not only that, but show small episodes of the Batch fighting through the Clone Wars in team developing stories that would make them feel like they have been a very tight team forever, making Crosshair more relevant to the story than he is right now being given credit for. Instead, episode ideas like that are wasted on filler episodes like the most recent one. And no, even episode 10 could have been interesting. In the episode's first 5 or so minutes, Hunter exclaims his disliking for the fact that they have to save a separatist senator, which is good character development, except for the fact that he never hesitates to do the job after Sid's like, you want money or not? Then he drops it like nothing happened. He doesn't hesitate when he's saving the senator, and we don't explore the fact that he is bothered by him being a separatist any more than the first 5 minutes of the episode. I don't know, episode 10 just reminded me a little bit of my criticisms of the series thus far. What do you think? Do you agree? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I want to hear them. Let's discuss them. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. And thanks all for the massive support recently.